amazing environment. And one thing that's really cool about this game is that you can use Mario's cap, and his name is Cappy.
Cappy?
Yes. Cappy. And you can actually control Cappy in some pretty cool ways. You can flip the Joy-Con and put the wrist to the right or left to make Cappy go some different directions. You can even have him do a crazy spin. So lots of different ways to use Cappy, and kind of an integral part of this game is using Cappy and kind of exploring and seeing what you can do with it.
Now Cappy, sometimes in some of the speaking scenes, he appears as the white hat, but then he's also part of Mario's hat. What is the difference between the two?
So Cappy's true form is this white top hat sort of appearance. But he's the sort of guy who wants to know more about lots of different kinds of hats, and that's one of the reasons he's enjoying traveling with Mario so much. And Mario, it just so happens, for reasons we can't explain yet, has lost his hat, so this was a nice coincidence.
So what I've learned so far, this town is frozen, Mario is cold. What's happening?
It's very cold.
So this is normally a really hot place, as you would imagine, but for a certain reason, everything is frozen right now. In fact, at this point, you don't even know yet if this was Bowser's doing or not.
I do like the visual touches, because you're obviously in a desert, not a place that's cold often, but there's enough flourishes, like you can see sort of, the cold air coming off of these big structures of ice, and his shivering, it really does feel cold.
It does feel cold, and then when you look through the ice, I like the way it
it's
reflects
distorted.
through. Yeah, it's really cool.
So you can go really in any direction. Do you find that people go a certain way once they get into this desert initially?
Yeah, people are certainly free to explore, but we also show them an objective right at the beginning when they enter the level. So if they want to head for that, they certainly won't get lost.
Yeah, so this actually allows you to see the objective, which is right here.
Yeah, you see that pillar of light over on top of the tower. But you can go anywhere you like.
This is cool. So it's nice to maybe see what's around you. You can form a plan of what you would like to explore.
カン君を使って、次をどこか決めればいいですね。
そうですね。
I love that move.
That's
it's
a
my
handy
favorite.
one.
Yeah.
Surrounded. Nope.
Oh,
that's nice too.
I learned that from you, actually.
The greatest compliment.
Good job.
Greatest?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I'm feeling good right now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my favorite part too. Cappy obviously can take over different classic Mario enemies. Like, what go here?
Oh.
That was close.
And of course they get the mustache as well, which is really good.
Yeah.
そうです。いろんなものにヒゲがついてる。
Yeah, we really enjoyed putting mustaches on lots of different
Who doesn't?
Do many on the development team grow mustaches to get into the spirit of creating a Mario game?
You have a mustache.
Yeah.
Now, there's something that you're collecting as you're kind of exploring the levels, which are these green moons.
Yes.
Can we talk a little bit about sort of that?
That's the item that you'll be collecting in this game called Power Moons.
And something that I like about those is there's so many all around you, but when you get one, you aren't taken out. You can just sort of keep going from where you left off.
That's right, we moved away from that previous convention of taking the player out of the stage when they pick up a star or a moon, for example. This allows you to play continuously without interruption.
I saw that block was like sparkling a little bit, and I was like, I
Must be
wonder
something about
what's
that
in
one.
there.
That's a bit of a hint in that sparkle.
Yeah.
And
then when I get the moon, it also restores all my hearts as well.
And also, I also like how it logs when you got it, so you can kind of make sort of a mental journal of how you went through the game.
Yeah, because our theme is the journey this time around, we really wanted to give people sort of like a travel journal feel when they see the date attached to that power moon we picked up.
Oh. Impressed.
These reactions are very comforting to me. I really like this. It's helping me a lot. So this is really cool. This is like parts of the game where it becomes your traditional 8-bit Mario. What kind of inspired this type of element in the game?
It's a really good opportunity for us in this big 3D sandbox space to give people a little bit different gameplay feel, and maybe even give them a little bit of a challenge that kind of breaks up the feeling of exploration that they have in the 3D world.
Oh. Come on, Moon.
I thought you were just going to get it.
I was really like,
Not so
I
much.
got this.
So Super Mario 64 is my favorite game of all time, and one of the reasons why is even after you got all the stars, it was fun to just go back into the levels and kind of make your own, challenges for yourself and see how you might navigate it in different ways. And I really get that feel from this game as well. So I'm curious if they, beyond the Power Moons themselves, did they create these worlds to just have so much for people to experiment with?
There's definitely this running theme of freedom that you'll find in any of the sandbox-based Mario games. So certainly in Super Mario 64, it would reward exploration, but also give you a reason to go back and just take a look around from a different angle. And that's something we definitely tried to create here as well.
That would seem to be a bad move, but here we are.
まずいかなと思ったんですけど。
I've been here before.
So in some of the kingdoms we've seen so far, there seems to be more of a balance of, classic Mario enemies, but maybe a setting that feels a bit more familiar to the real world. Like, how did you balance something so that it still feels Mario, and obviously would be very different from Mario, but is familiar to the player?
Yeah, because Mario is setting out from the Mushroom Kingdom on this adventure, on this journey, every world that he encounters, every kingdom he goes to is going to feel like a completely different place to him. But yeah, you're right, some of those do look like the place that we've been before.
Just have to pause to groan at that.
Sorry, you had a very smart answer.
We were in the middle of a deep thought right
that
there.
I wasn't listening to. Continue.
But you'll see that whenever he encounters some places that, even though they're familiar to us, he is interacting with them in new ways that we would not, certainly.
Oh, okay, hold on,
Yes.
hold on, just wait.
Okay, patience.
Patience. Let me get these coins.
Go.
We're gonna go down here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That only took like 10 minutes, but we got time. It's okay.
So this creature,
Oh my gosh.
this jaguar taxi is a creature, let's say, that only lives in this world, but certainly is a lot of fun and convenient to ride.
So as soon as you jump on, he like takes off and is going insane. And then you can like kind of run through things. Whee! Whee! Okay. I gotta stop this now. Oh my goodness. So fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have one other area to show.
We're going to take a little trip to New Donk City.
Kid is dying to play
I'll be doing
New
this,
Donk City.
So we'll get that set up and we'll be right back.
So out of the desert into the city.
Into the city.
Yeah, completely different environment, which is very cool. I think you can see that the purple coins are now a little bit different as well from when you saw them in the desert area.
Yeah, these are specific to this kingdom here. Let's talk to some of the citizens here. So what do you think a common question is? We have, more human-looking characters here. Mario obviously looks like Mario. What is the difference?
Perhaps the best way to say it is that the human characters you're encountering here and Mario also live on an Earth together.
I like that.
It's like a meta answer.
Now this is something that really gets people going. You can count how many times you can jump the rope. I won't do it here, but I'm curious, what is the highest from the dev team on the jumping rope?
I don't know if I can tell you the exact answer of the number of times that their record is, but I can tell you there are people who are a lot better at it than I am.
I'm not very good at the jumping rope either, actually.
And here we have a returning face, Pauline, who is the mayor of the city. How did you want her to play this role in New Donk City?
So based on the environment, we knew we were going to be creating something that was referencing a previous game in Donkey Kong. And we had the city name, New Donk City, and we knew the best person to represent that city was pulling another character from that game, Pauline.
So I think it's really interesting that this world that Mario is exploring is so different than previous Mario games, and Mr. Koizumi has worked on so many Mario games. I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are on sort of how the series has evolved, and where are we now with this particular Mario game.
So probably one of the biggest changes that's happened over time in the Mario series is going from those old 2D side-scrollers to exploring a 3D space and having all of those little discoveries waiting for you. And even within those 3D Mario games, you'll see a couple of different styles, where some of them ask you to go down a certain route and try to reach a goal or an endpoint. Others give you a lot of freedom and let you explore, making that the core focus of the gameplay itself. And you see here, we're returning to that idea, which you last would have seen in Super Mario Sunshine.
The city's such an interesting environment because there's so many like little nooks and crannies to kind of explore. And there's always something kind of behind every corner. Oh, how do you get down there? Oh, how did you know that?
Did you feel anything in the controller?
Yeah, I did feel the vibration. Yes.
HD signal. Yes, that's the HD rumble.
That is.
So tell everyone you know.
You heard it here first, guys.
And I like how much you can get from rooftop to rooftop, and it kind of like becomes a game in itself. It's like, how high can I get? How can I not, go down to the ground level?
そうですね。そのマリオのアクションっていうのは
Yeah, I think that's a really key way to enjoy the game. In that Mario has so many different actions that he can perform. You can find lots of different ways, different routes, different means of getting to certain parts of the level, and that's a lot of the joy of the exploration.
クリアするまで見つからないアクションもあるかもしれない。
And I'm sure there would be people who even beat the game without even finding some of these harder to pull off actions.
Yeah. Are you gonna get your formal outfit on? I really want to.
I should find that, yeah.
Yeah. He needs a
Let's see.
sharp
So we
suit
can
in the
pull
city.
up the map here. And
perfect,
this is nice. You can just jump from checkpoint to checkpoint. So there it is.
There's the
Where am
shop.
I right now? So I'm facing that way.
Yeah.
This is how I go down the street too.
Sparking down the street.
Crazy.
Crazy cap store where you can actually buy different caps and
And
hats.
outfits. And there are general coins that you can get, and then there are coins that are specific to each of the areas that you're in.
The fancy,
Let's see.
the full ensemble.
Hey, we went there. I just want to get that.
I mean, can I get that hat?
I want that. His suit is also
That's very
very nice.
nice.
Tenino.
I can. I do have enough. Yes. Please. That's a bargain, I have to say.
This is casual. It's like an E3 wear, basically.
Look at that! Wow. Cappy's still involved, of course.
Cappy's still. You can
Yes.
tell by the little eyes,
Right.
you know.
Mhm.
Cappy has an expressive eyes. Oh, get
Hey.
riding off to
Look at
work
that,
in this
yeah,
business
let's go.
casual.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Gotta be careful. You can jump in the scooter too. Off of the car, perhaps.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's how I get to
I
work
think
every
there
day.
Oh yes, here we can see if we can go up this. Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Oh, stunt Mario bike.
I'm sure you're
I
feeling
mean,
some shaking as you're
I
looking at things
am.
here.
That is the HD rumble.
Basically rumble
That's
as you.
HD rumble.
Yes.
What's underneath those tarps?
I'm focused on this right now. I can't answer your question.
Oh, you can park
I
here.
found the one parking lot up on the top of this building.
But you have to go up the
I'm
stairs.
the very first. Me. You see.
He's like very like relaxed on the scooter.
Of course he is. He's Mario. No, and this is where we get off.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
A little bit further here. Let's just see what's up here. I like to climb the city.
You do.
I really like that.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Oh, no.
My wall jump. No.
Here's the dream dice. Reach for your goals, Mario. Nice. Oh,
And
that's-
I really like these because you can kind of flick yourself forward. Like,
no.
Wait, it's okay. Oh, God.
It's not okay. Oh, no.
Halfway safe?
No.
See.
Can't you port back to that flag?
That's a great point. I tried to show off and it backfired.
It really did.
Yeah.
This is where you have to be more humble
I don't like
with your
that.
game.
Notice I did not flick myself this time.
Right.
Oh, yes, this is exactly. This is incredible right here. Yes. Going all the way to the top.
As it turns out, a lot of the shape of the building, the architectural style, it all comes off of the way we were feeling about the character of Pauline. She
Oh.
drove a lot of that.
Who knew that Pauline's such a classy lady? You didn't know when she was getting pelted by Donkey Kong and barrels flying all over the place.
And you can see that's where I started
yeah,
over
this
there and where I've been. And I really like that pool.
Oh, rooftop pool.
I think that might be
That's where you
a
dive.
nice way to wrap up.
At the end of our trailer for Super Mario Odyssey at E3, we had a really awesome song that kind of start of a month of Super Mario Odyssey videos. So very exciting. Today we are taking a look at a newer kingdom that we showed, Seaside Kingdom. Some of you might have seen a little bit of this in the latest Nintendo Direct. Lots of water, yes.
And snails.
And snails.
Yeah.
Very cute. Look at them. They're very cute. So this fancy octopus is drinking all the sparkling water. That makes a lot of sense in the world of Seaside Kingdom, apparently. So
Look at that straw.
look at this.
Look at him go.
Look at this glass. This is very pretty. It's very
So
fancy.
cool. So is he.
He's fancy.
Yeah.
Yes. So these poor little snaily inhabitants are looking for our help, and maybe we'll help them, maybe we won't. I don't know. And what I want to do immediately is to buy some clothes.
Okay.
You know me.
Some new clothes.
This makes sense. Yes.
I mean, the outfit you're wearing now is maybe more for going to the next destination
Exactly.
than for when you're actually there.
I feel like if you're at the ocean and you're going to be in the water, we need something else, you know?
Yeah.
I love this because all the different Crazy Cap locations in each of the kingdoms is different, and this one is on the back of this like water creature.
Typically, you know, a swimsuit is more appropriate
No,
than boxer shorts.
boxer
but-
shorts with a safari hat.
Yeah, all right.
That's
fine.
what I'm wearing to the beach from now on. Okay, great. Now that we're outfitted for adventure, can be on our way here. Look at this diving.
Whoa! Your hat stayed perfectly intact.
Oh no, seaweed is walking towards me. That's a sentence I never thought I would say.
You got an interesting swimming technique.
It's called the jump swim.
It's called jumping.
I highly recommend.
Okay.
I like the way they like break.
Now in the Nintendo Direct, we saw Mario capture a Cheep Cheep, so I'm questioning why you're not doing that now
You have to be
instead of
patient.
you're playing games with the seaweed.
I like the seaweed.
Well, you clearly don't because you're destroying it.
I like to destroy seaweed.
Okay.
I'm also ignoring
It's a
your
strange
cheap, I'm ignoring
personal
your,
vendetta that you have
your
against
cheap
seaweed.
request. Oh no. See, you're always distracting me and making me miss what I'm supposed to be doing. This is not.
Now, how would you describe this creature?
Bubble octopus purple thing.
Now, there's no set order that you're doing with these. It's just
No.
sort of on a whim, off
Yes,
you go.
and there are. It's indicated to you. Like we can probably stop here and like look out. You like vistas, right? So this is good for you.
I still like vistas, yes.
Do you? Good, because this is kind of a vista. You can also go into like first person mode and like do a little.
That's very good.
This is a very nice vista. Look at this moon up there. That's nice too, actually. This is
Land,
this is nice.
sea,
Look
and
right
air.
there. Look at that.
Let me
Yeah.
break down what you need for a top tier vista.
Another cool thing you can do if you're at a really beautiful location is you can actually put this in snapshot mode, and you can do all sorts of crazy things. You could like tilt it. You could add filters. There's a ton of different options. Once you manipulate that, you can take a screenshot and then share it. So very excited to see what people come up with.
Yes.
Because I'm really like, we were talking about how the Zelda screenshots were so
People
cool.
love those, yeah.
Yeah, and like lots of, and it totally makes sense for like the travel theme too. You know, when you're on a vacation or whatever, you're always taking photos and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Especially for a game like this where people are playing it a lot of different ways. Might get some new ideas
yes,
from what people
exactly.
post.
Did I do this yet? I almost forgot the most important thing.
That was the crazy cap, just sort of floating around there.
Yeah, so the other crazy cap is this is the kingdom specific one, right? The purple one. So yes, you can go down there and like do that too, or not.
I want to see this Cheep Cheep capture.
You really are demanding.
I'm going to be a sour customer if you don't do that.
I will do it.
What? What I want. Show me.
You cannot have everything you want.
Oh, this is good.
Yes,
That's
you do-
important.
You do need
Yeah.
this. It's also
Oh, now you're trapped in the treasure chest. Then you get carried away by a pirate Goomba. And that's where the adventure begins.
Okay.
If you go to the boss without capturing a Cheep Cheep, I'm going to be upset.
Would you say you would never forgive me and you would stop being friends? Maybe I'll just do that on purpose to get out of this.
Get out of this what? This employment?
Employment? I'm employed as your friend?
You weren't supposed to tell them that.
Oh. Oh, I really don't like these things. They're really creepy.
A little too wiggly. They do look like the Wiggler, actually,
Yeah.
but with
like a
spikes
stone.
and more painful. Oh, only a fish.
But what kind of fish?
A Cheep Cheep.
Okay.
Whoa, what's under there? It's like
Stating the
reverse
obvious.
seaweed.
What? What are you
There,
doing?
it's like going
yeah.
upside
Don't
down.
touch them. They'll get you.
The air though. You need that. Oh, cool.
It's fine. It's fine.
right.
You don't need air when you are a cheap sheep. You do not need air. See? 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 You see? Are you seeing this?
You see, fish have gills, which allow them to breathe underwater. That's a little science lesson takeaway for all you viewers.
Thanks, Professor.
You're putting a lot of effort into this swimming here.
I really like to swim.
Little fish backside.
Look at this. My fish backside?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm just a layman when it comes to these.
Fish poop? Swim. Okay. Scary. I didn't like that. Mm-mm.
But this
Okay.
beautiful gameplay you were promising.
It is beautiful.
Where's that?
It's
When
happening.
does that start?
It's happening
I'm
right.
excited for it to start.
I did everything you wanted me to do. I got
What?
the cheap sheep. I got the eels. I think this is our last.
Is it the last one?
I missed that.
Whoops.
Aww.
You know what? I want to experience this fresh for when I play this.
No.
So I think this is a good place for us to stop. If I,
No.
that's my last request is
For me to stop playing.
Don't.
Where Mario can discover a lot. And what you see currently is that the desert is completely frozen over. So there is a bit of a mystery going on here. And the guys wearing the sombreros are living in Tostarena. They're Tostarians, and they're all not only cold but also a bit panicky, and in some cases still dancing.
Yeah. Woohoo.
But I think this is one of those beautiful things. The moment you start the level, you immediately see this panning shot of a completely new world, and that's something like, that's the sense of travel.
So beautiful. The second I saw the very first graphic, I said, "This is incredible."
Yes.
And everything is magical. Everything is magical.
Yeah, it really is.
So, Filippo, what are you doing right now?
So right now I collected 15 regional coins, these inverted pyramid coins that are the currency, the local currency of Tostarena town. And I'm buying a sombrero and a poncho just you know, to to not feel out of place with the style of the locals. Let's say.
Great.
And I want to do this because, well, first of all, because I like it, and then because how this outfit shows in different. It will look different based on where I'm going.
I will collect them all.
Yes,
Definitely.
And
Well, what is nice about these local currency is that they have a different shape in every kingdom.
Yeah.
So here in the Sand Kingdom, they are inverted pyramids, but for instance in the Metro Kingdom, which is also playable on the show floor, they are sort of $quarter with Pauline on them. And in the Luncheon Kingdom, which we showed with Mr. Koizumi, they are like tomatoes made of coins.
Yes. So, I mean, we showed already the abilities of Cappy that it can be useful for players who have troubles like jumping precisely on the head of enemies, so I can attack enemies at a distance. But my objective here with this presentation is really to show some advanced moves and how you can really use it to travel very, very far. So it's not just an armor sort of around me, and it's not just something that allows me to capture a bullet bill. By the way, this for me, when I first saw the game in the office, was definitely the eureka moment. Like the moment where I got control of a bullet bill, you know, like something that I feared for years, and just the fact that I could control it was really something great for me. So we also wanted to say one thing. When we showed the Luncheon Kingdom a couple of days ago, people have noticed, for example, the moon counter on the side, and they noticed that I collected like 6 moons in the span of a couple of minutes. This is because we have to remember that this game is also made for a portable experience. So we want people to find something, to enjoy themselves, even if they have just a few minutes on their hands. And there are many, 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 many more moons that one can collect everywhere. Literally, this game is filled with power moons, and to find them all, it will take such a long time. So I just wanted to show the poncho and sombrero in the 2D section.
This is just so lovely, and it's so fun to see a master play the game.
my continuous stoning is.
That's uncommon.
So this is definitely one way to go up here. But as I was saying before, I really think that this game is going to be a speedrunner's dream because if I don't want to go over that 2D section.
But before you jump, just pan the camera a little bit.
Oh yeah, because
Mario.
it's cold because of the ice popping out in the desert.
Oh,
But let me try to see if I can.
Yeah, that little
So I can
poncho
skip
doesn't
the
do
entire
much.
section by just timing my jumps well, for example. And so this is how Cappy can be used. Oops, sorry.
Oh, beautiful.
Change my jumps and to alter my trajectories, basically.
so now you're gonna go for a hole-in-one, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to improve my golfing skills, which are non-existent. I think I already failed. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think that's a bogey.
Yeah, that's a bogey, definitely. Mario plays golf better than I do, for sure. So there is an entire icy level underneath the Sand Kingdom, and that's why these ice spikes are popping out in the desert, and that's why the Tostarenans are all cold.
Wow, look at you go. Wow.
It's ice is always a bit difficult for me, but let's. Oof. Okay.
Yeah, so because there is a theme of travel in Super Mario Odyssey, I think we could say that Mario now finally travels the globe to find a lot of different places.
Yeah.
But of course, there was someone who did it before him,
Exactly.
namely the voice of Mario. Woo! You travel the globe all the time to be Mario in different places.
I do. It's a dream come true for me because I love travel and I love people, and meeting people here is such a joy, such a pleasure.
Yeah, actually, just before the show, you told us where you're going to be in the next weeks. Maybe give us a quick summary.
Oh yes, I'm going to go to
Because that was
Atlanta and
so much.
Portland and Edmonton and then Madrid and then London. It's going to be
Wow.
yippee! So I'm going to get a little sombrero and a poncho.
So I just, if I can take Mario in the shot, look how when he's trying to break, look how he's like, he's holding for dear life onto the jack.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
By
so
the way-
this is the Jaxi, which is a mix of a Jaguar and a taxi. So the name makes sense.
Jaguar and a taxi.
Yes, it's a Jaxi.
A taxi.
Yes. Wow, good thing I jumped off because I was about to fall. So the Jaxi is really hard to control, and but he can walk over this poisonous lake kind of thing. And if I can bring him also to some secret areas.
Oh, secret areas.
So in this section, we have to ride the Jaxi, and there are a lot of very narrow passages. So let me try to get all the regional coins if I can as well in the process. Okay. Yeah, it's really tough to control right now.
It's really slippery.
Yes. So here there's a very difficult power moon to get for me, which because so let's try. No. Let me try again.
You get one more shot.
Well,
Come on, Chris. Don't be so hard. Nice.
Wait, no, it's not over. It just started.
Oh, look at the music.
No, please, please, please.
Oh, yippee!
Okay.
You did it.
Well done.
Amazing. Way to go, Mario.
Now I can get the moon.
Hardest challenge.
Yes.
Grab the move.
So Jaxi Stunt Driving was the name of this power moon. And then let's try to finish segment.
Nice.
So there are also many things that Mario can take over by using Cappy.
Yes.
And I was actually wondering, what would you like to capture the most, Charles?
The moon.
That's a brilliant idea.
And
yeah.
a Yoshi.
Did you hear Mr. Koizumi's answer by chance?
No, I didn't. What did he say?
He said, I like the fact of surprise, so I guess I would take a T-Rex and then go through Cologne. It was amazing. It was really good.
Great.
So now that we've completed that section, actually, we can use Jaxi stands, meaning that just like a taxi.
Yeah.
I can go to a Jaxi stand like this one and call a Jaxi.
Oh,
So great.
There
but
we
he's
go.
still kind of cold.
Yeah, it's still cold because, well, we didn't. You see, the ice, these ice pillars are still there everywhere in this world. You see, also here there's car from New Donk City, for example. And where is it that we wanted to go, Chris?
The other side of the desert.
The other side of the desert.
Okay. Well, first, actually, let me show again, like how. Of course, you see the door over there. So if I want to climb, enter this building and go over it,
Yes.
I would need to get to that door. But
Yes.
actually, Chris showed me that. No, not that.
I showed you something else.
Not that again.
This is.
There you
Oh,
go.
you're kidding. Oh, that's so great.
Yeah. So if you know, Mario has really a lot of very different moves in this game, and if you know how to combine them, you can really cover a lot of distance. And here, instead, I have to. Oops. Do it in. This is on a timer, so.
Oh,
Okay.
Good job.
you got the moon.
I got the moon.
Moon time.
Moon time.
Yeah, what I think is nice about combining the moves that Mario already has plus the moves that Cappy enables is that for a very experienced Mario player, suddenly a whole new world of moves opens up. And this is what we were showing also in the live stream earlier this week, that if you use advanced tricks and you really like look very carefully, there are a lot of things to find in the environment.
Yes.
But in order to progress through the game, there's only a very small number of all the moons hidden that you need to progress through the environment.
Yeah.
So it's really about, for those who want to explore, there's always something to find, even if you just have a few minutes to play when you're on the go, for instance. Whereas those who mainly want to follow the story can stay on a very clear track.
Yeah, that's true.
How you want to progress.
There's really a way to play for everybody. Like you can really, favor certain aspects of it, and because there are many more moons than you need to power up the Odyssey to go to a new place. Because of that, you can, focus at the beginning, at least, in just playing the way you like, just finding what you and finding your play style, move on, and then of course you can come back and try to be the completionist. And to get everything in this game is going to be really.
But I actually think this is very similar to traveling, right?
Yes.
That's the first
It's just
time,
like my life.
the first time you are somewhere, you're seeing
Yes.
sort of the objective why you're there.
Yes.
And then the next times that you are visiting a place, you suddenly start to discover new places, which is probably something you have also discovered here in Cologne, because this is how many times have you been in Cologne
many
now?
times here. It's been so great. And I realized this morning my problem was I was trying to get a taxi instead of a Jaxi. And that's why it was so hard to get over here.
So they didn't have a Jaxi?
No, I couldn't get one. Now I know where the stand is.
We're so behind.
You have to hold on
I'm sorry.
quite tightly, though. It could be. Oh well. I failed to do that jump, and we saw before, like there was like a Tostarena, and they were saying, "Oh, I don't think I can make it that far," but actually Mario can. But now that I'm here, let me just show you another thing. In how many video games have you been a cactus?
Oh. Oh boy. Boing, boing, boing. Yippee. I'm a cactus.
Ooh.
Maybe there's something.
He might be up to something.
Oh.
He's trying to tell. What is Mario trying to tell us here?
I think he's something right there. I got the hint. Yippee! Woohoo! You got the moon.
And it's also, if you guys, by chance, were wondering what our team, for example, Chris is doing when we are off, right? When we're not in the show. He's sitting here and playing Super Mario Odyssey all the time, and he's trying out all these different kind of moves and trying to reach new areas in New Donk City. I was quite amazed to watch you play it.
Actually, like this jump that I just failed to do before and I'm trying again, he just showed it to me. I didn't know about it because, I mean, I've played this demo hundreds of times, but it still surprises me every single time.
That was too early.
Oh, that's so great. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, you made it. Nice. Yeah, and
It's not that easy to pull off.
this is the kind of thing that's the first time you really don't see these things, but the more you get familiar with the controls, the more you get familiar with the environment, suddenly you start discovering that there's so many more stories to an environment. And this is one thing that I really appreciate, because to me this very much feels like visiting a new place.
Yeah.
Yes. And now I went to one place and then I came back already. Also, I love this guy. This guy wants us to bring his sheep back into this circle. There's like sheep with tiny sombreros. You see them on the background, like there, and he wants me to bring them back. I also wanted to show another thing that I love as a tiny touch. Look at his nose now.
Oh, he's got little.
He's got the spider thorns from the cactus. Yeah. So now let me.
It's just like real life.
Yeah. Maybe we could go inside there.
What's that?
What you, Chris? Choose a path.
Choose a path. Well,
There's a bird shadow.
Oh yeah, it's up there and it's shining as well. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I wonder what that would mean.
Yeah.
That would be.
Yeah.
Let's not show that just yet.
Exactly.
Actually.
We're
Should we
like-
go in there?
Yeah, why not? Maybe you can take the checkpoint flag and just.
Oh.
I was gonna say just show a bit of the map.
Just a bit of them. But we can show the map. Maybe we dive just very quickly on in New Donk City in the Metro
Sure.
Kingdom.
Let's do it.
Why don't we just
Yes.
spend the whole day and watch you guys play? Marvelous. Do you give lessons?
Well, actually, that's part of my job.
So fantastic. It's so I'm watching you do things that I'll never be able to do, but people watching will.
So let's say like you're the voice, I'm the arms and the legs.
That's right. Yippee! Oh, hello.
It's Pauline. That's actually, I think.
Yeah. Oh.
So heroic.
So great.
He's trying to rescue her.
Yes. So actually, now we are in New Donk City in the Metro Kingdom. And there is one thing. There is one thing that if you have not been able to play the demo, unfortunately I cannot show you. But it's one of my favorite things ever. That when you drive the Vespa, hold the Joy-Con and press the Y button.
I love the fact that the Italian guy instantly goes
Right?
for the Vespa.
I feel it. It's so great.
It vibrates as the acceleration of a scooter, exactly. Which is something I really love.
Let's go to Italy.
I'm sure Filippo would agree.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, I'm sure my mom will cook you something wonderful.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
So I like this city because it really feels like almost like an amusement park for Mario. You can do so many things here, and you can discover so much. And again, Cappy is useful in many different ways. I can use it to, as you see, I can jump in one way, throw my hat, and then jump in a completely different way. So I can really use it to course correct in a way. But what I would like to do here, if we have time, is to collect.
We do.
15 regional coins and get the local unique outfit and play that segment for a bit. Even though it's already been shown, but it's a part that I really like, and just by collecting the coins I will be able to show you.
You can go up here.
Wow.
Wait, let me check. I can go up there.
You're going for the easy way.
Look at Mario's face as well with the mustache.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he looks a bit charged.
Yeah, it looks,
He's very tense.
Oh, so beautiful.
Let's find some more regional coins. There are 3 over there. I think it's...
I can't wait to try it out by myself.
And then let's explore. Think I can get to there?
Yeah.
I'm so happy that he's not afraid of heights.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
He's not. And
there's some more around.
Endless exploration. Incredible. Oh, here we go.
You can ride. And actually, let me try to...
Nice.
Oh, wow.
There we go. 13.
Which building are you going to jump to?
2 more.
Let's jump to that one.
Actually, I wanted to... Yes, let's jump to this one.
Oh, you can also jump without... That's one way to do it.
That's one way.
That's one way
There's
to do it.
many different ways to reach this
Maybe
building.
you can jump over there.
On this one?
Yeah, you can make it.
That's a pretty long jump.
Just barely, but that's enough.
Yeah, there was enough margin.
So while so while
think I
Filippo
pressed
is
the
still
wrong
trying to get the last two cons, maybe Charles, you can tell us something about the fact that I guess you're able to see new content way ahead of us. Like,
Yes.
So is it really like? I mean, when was your first time seeing something from Super Mario Odyssey?
It was a few months ago. It was a few marvelous months ago, before June. And I tell you, from the second I saw the first frame, and the second I heard the first sound, I knew this was a magical experience. And it's really great for me now to see a master taking it in action and doing the things that I'll probably never figure out, but I get to watch, and it's really spectacular. I love the creativity, the invention, and you know, it's just like every Mario game in your heart, except so different.
Yeah.
The sense of freedom you have, I also like, because of all these additional moves and this combination of classic moves from 3D Mario games and the new Cappy moves, and also moves that came, well, the dive is from Super Mario 64, for example, but the sense of freedom that you have is great. Really, as soon as I touch the controller, like, it's just filled with possibilities, and you always feel like a kid, you know, when a kid has a big box full of toys, you just pick something up and you just do something, then you put it back. It's really like a toy box in a way.
And I gotta say, when I played it for the first time, I was so impressed by the camera movement. Like, it feels so flawless, so smooth. It's always on point. I just love it. It's such a great gaming experience.
So we have a Mario Maker outfit. Oh, yes. Sorry, there is one guy. It has been shown before by some gaming media, but when I saw it, I was blown away. This guy, you see, is not very happy.
No.
You can't bother me.
No.
Daddy.
Aww.
Oh, just because, you know, I was sitting there, you know, just some empathy can go a long way.
Whoa.
In the world of Mario.
Wow, look at that.
Just
Bench
because
friend.
I was being a nice guy. Thanks, pal.
Thank you very much. Mamma mia.
And now, I wanted to show also that like we did show it a bit in the presentation that we did the other day here in the Red Cube, but also in New Donk City, also in the Metro Kingdom, there are certain areas that, see, I'm under strict instructions to only let the building inspector in here.
Uh-oh.
But look how I'm dressed now. By my uniform, I totally am the inspector right now. So this uniform that I think is inspired by the Super Mario Maker uniform. Yeah, you recognize.
Yeah, it's like the part we did with the chef's outfit, right?
Yes, exactly. And I love this bit because it reminds me of Super Mario World on Super Nintendo. These are phases, and there are many bits in Super Mario World where you have to sort of avoid phases that are running along a line.
Yeah.
Just that in this case, you are the electricity.
It's like you said with the lava part. Like, this game makes you rethink everything you learned over the past, like, 20, 30 years. It's so fun.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, it was a difficult test to get, so I get rewarded with a lot of coins. And also, what I like is, yeah, it's a lot of coins. What I like is that coins are really have an important meaning here in this game, because you really need the. I mean, it's really. You have a lot of things to buy, not just costumes, but a lot of other things you can buy in the Crazy Cup store.
So how do you get those?
Oh,
you can get those.
Actually,
Can you get those?
somebody showed me how. Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, fantastic. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's so great.
So, Chris, I think you want to say something, right?
Yeah, I was wondering, because you, of course, are the voice of Mario. So, whenever there's a new Super Mario game, I can imagine every game gives you a different kind of feeling.
Yes.
So, how does that reflecting your voice.
This, you know, I think we always try to have the integrity so that, you know, as you can tell from this, if you played a Mario game 30 years ago, you play this game today, you still have that same sense. And for me, 21 years ago doing a Mario 64, you have that same sense of joy and wonder, innocence, excitement, and newness of everything. So I try to maintain that integrity, and luckily we have people that can go, that's the way, that's the way. So I'm like, whoopee, woo, 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 you know. We work together as a great team. It's such a pleasure. And really, for me, what an honor and what a joy to do what I love to do so much, and to see it, my small piece of this magnificent world, have meaning. I so appreciate that.
Yes.
So, Filippo, maybe, because I think we're almost at the end of our
almost
segment.
out of time.
We promised that we would show the map.
Yes. So I love how the maps are made in this game, because again, the theme of travel. No, we were saying. So here it is, the map with the objective is always pointed out. But I really like to look at the map on the side. No, it really looks like a brochure, like a flyer of a tourist office. No? Like and you have Metro Kingdom, which is the overall kingdom, whatever it is, if it's there, it's first rate. And New Donk City, which is the city within this kingdom, where you have the name of the natives, which are the new donkers, the currency, which looks like $0.25 with Pauline's face on it in this case, the local currency. And here you have all of this text that is, it's not just flavor, it's not just really, it makes you smile because it really connects to this theme of travel, but it also gives you hints on where there are some secrets.
I was just going to say the best viewing spot at night is New Donk City Hall.
Yes.
Aha! And the bottom left is always interesting to look at.
Exactly. There are RC cars. There's an RC car mini game in the city, and you go on the side. It's telling you, maybe try to use the scooter, and so it gives you some hints, but also it frames this with this theme of travel, with this theme of you being somewhere magical, with you being in a new place to discover. So actually, the New Donk City Town Hall, I'm just going to leave the segment with this view.
Yeah.
Because...
Oh my goodness.
Just
so fun. It's just so fun.
Okay, all the way to the top?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I could not do that.
Oh gosh.
I'm so afraid.
Oh, you're kidding.
And here we are.
Oh.
This is New Donk City.
Wow. So wonderful.
Nice. Guys, thank you so much for showing us more of this highly
Let's take a good look around. Oh, and then there's Oasis there in the distance. Let's go into town. Doing long jumps, dives, lots of different actions.
So
as you can see, the whole town's frozen and Mario is shivering himself.
It's worth mentioning that there are costumes in the game that will make Mario not shiver in the cold because they're warm enough.
So we've got a seed here. But while you're holding the seed, you can't throw your hat. Okay. Well, let's try planting it in this pot. All right, we've got a bud there.
That seems like the thing to do.
So you think there's somewhere else there might be a seed?
Well, seeing the two pots, there must be two other seeds hidden somewhere nearby, I'd assume. And actually, the Oasis might not be a bad place to check because there are things growing there. Maybe something dropped a seed.
Seeds come from plants.
Oh, Oasis in the Odyssey just now. That's right. Let's head there.
Oh, careful.
Yeah, deserts are dangerous at night.
Yeah, these guys can really catch up on you because they just swarm. And if you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, you could actually have quite a collection of them sneaking up behind you before you even realize it.
Yeah.
You might hear the noise, but if you're focused on something else, you might not catch it.
And you just never stop.
Oh,
これは何でしょうか
What's this?
Oh no.
Poor Lakitu was just fishing and he got trapped in the ice.
Wrong place, wrong time.
寒そうですね
He looks pretty cold.
ちょっと種を探してみましょう
Okay, let's see if we can find a seed.
種はないですね
Can't see one.
I wonder if we could take a step on that ice for a moment, though, just to appreciate how it looks with the. There's some stuff embedded in there as well.
ちょっと氷の上に踏み入ってみます？何か
滑りますね
I love the noise as well.
この中にもここの国のコインが埋まってるんですけれども凍ってるので取れません
And as you can see, there's some local coins in there, but with the water frozen, you can't get to them right now.
Hey, this came up yesterday. Are the coins here upside down triangles because of the inverted pyramid?
ここのコインがトライアングルになっている何か訳がありますか？ピルトもあると思いますがいかがでしょうか？
そうですねこの国の何でしょうかもしかしたらあれがモチーフになってるかもしれません
Yeah, it's probably based off that, as you can see there, the inverted pyramid. It's probably based off that motif.
And something cool on top of that tree there.
じゃあこのアイテムを取ってみましょう
So let's try getting this item. Oh.
これはですね
Oh, careful!
Oh yeah, they're super delicate to walk on.
時間内に取らないといけない
So you gotta get them all within the time limit,
Oh,
or
so close.
まあ中にはこういったちょっと難しいまあ遊びっていうのもあるんですけれども
so there'll be some kind of difficult gameplay elements sometimes like that.
いるようにしたいと思われたんでしょうか？
そうですね、任天堂スイッチのコントローラーをうまく使って2人で協力するプレイっていうのを、目指しました。
So we wanted to, have this co-op mode that would make good use of the Nintendo Switch controllers, since, it comes with 2 of them.
And actually, if we hop back down to the ground for a moment before we try the music puzzle, I just want to talk for a second about the motion control.
ちょっとやってみる前にモーションコントロールについて話したいんですけど。
はい、じゃあちょっと下降りましょう。
Perfect. So if we stay still here, folks will see the guide on the screen here. So our controls are quite different. So right now, I'm controlling Cappy, and Motoko-san's controlling Mario.
コントロールの説明が出るように。
Pop those up here. There we go. So you can see here our controls are quite different and we all have quite a range of movement. So Mario's got his traditional running and jumping abilities. He also has the ability to control the camera. He can't throw me without doing something special, which I'm not sure we're going to show here. But I have the ability to move Cappy and also look around and use the camera. And here I have full range of movement. I can just fly wherever my little hattie heart desires. And I think maybe get Cappy very dizzy. All right, should we try that puzzle again? What it goes? Let's see how it goes.
じゃあ先ほど失敗した音符のオブジェクトに挑戦してみましょう。
All right, yeah, let's take a look at that music note challenge that didn't work too well before.
So I wonder, while we're giving this a go, I don't know that a hat has ever been a player character before. How was it for you designing the control scheme for the hat? Oh, let's do it. Whoop, whoop. Okay, almost got him. Oh, yeah, let's go. Oh, no, closer. Oh, I'm too low. I'm too low.
Oh,
yes.
Just barely under the wire.
Oh, that's good. All right. But one thing that's kind of different about Cappy here, he can't actually collect the moon. I can just bounce around it, so Mario has to be there to finish the job.
じゃあちょっとここには種がなかったみたいなんで他のところに移動します。
So it looks like there wasn't a seed here after all, so maybe we'll go try out another location.
So one thing that's handy about Cappy here, he's invincible, so I can actually protect Mario as he's running around pretty nicely. As long as I'm feeling generous and I don't fly off in the distance.
キャッピーは無敵ですからマリオを防衛できますね。
ちょっと先の敵が出てきましたね。
Oh, no, here's those enemies from before.
You stay away from Mario. No. Leave him alone. Nope. And this is actually a really great way for just to play with maybe a friend who's not sure they want to try the full game yet. You say, hey, try being Cappy for a bit and then decide if you want to be Mario.
やっぱり帽子のキャラクターが敵になって
Oh, no. Come here, you guys.
ゲームに慣れてない友達と一緒に遊びたいと思ってればちょうどぴったりやってますね。
そうですね。もともとキャッピー マリオが一人の時の無敵なので、ちょっとバランスがいいんじゃないかなと思ってこうしました。
Yeah, that was certainly intentional on our part. You know, when you throw Cappy, he's invincible, and so we thought that would be a really good opportunity for people who aren't used to games to be able to play with someone else who's a little more advanced, knowing they won't get hurt. It's easier for them to give it a try.
And here we see that Cappy is the solution to the can't throw your hat while holding a seed problem. Seems like you spent a lot of time coming up with good ways to have teamwork in the game. How was the development process for that like?
またいろいろとチームワークできそうですけど、開発の流れでなんか面白い発見がありましたでしょうか。
まずこれを採用する流れなんですけど、最初に、まずマリオのアクションを作ったんですけど、それを帽子にしようということで、その帽子を投げるオブジェクトの方に、キャラクターをつけていく順番で決まっていきました。で、そうなってくるんだったらもうこの人もう一個のコントローラーで操作できた方がいいだろうっていうふうなプロセスで決まっていました。
Yeah, it was a real natural evolution for us in the course of development because we knew that we wanted Mario to be able to throw something, and then we thought, well, he's always wearing a hat, so if he just throws his hat, that would be great. And once we got to that point, realized that people could have more of an emotional attachment if it was also a character. And then, once we realized it was a character, he should be able to move around himself, and so the multiplayer element really just fell into place.
Makes perfect sense.
It is really fun just flying around as a magic, all-powerful invincible hat. I'm sorry, it's so fun to poke these guys.
You're really mean to them, though.
It just looks so cute when their skull spins around. And we noticed there too that the seed that we planted at the beginning of the segment has grown quite a bit as well, so it might be worth coming back to that. Maybe not now, but later.
じゃあ無事に種を植えることができたので、ちょっと行きたい場所があるのでそちらに行きましょう。
So since we're able to play bury that second seed now, there's another place I'd like to check out. So we're gonna hop on this Jaxi.
I love riding the Jaxi. It's so fun. It's just so fast and so dangerous. And of course, I can still fly away, but I think I'm gonna sit tight.
Yeah.
So I don't get lost.
昨日のツリーハウスライブでも出てたと思います。
So I think you saw this on Treehouse Live yesterday as well.
So I know, Motokar-san, one thing that you mentioned, I think maybe in an interview earlier, was that some of the world here was inspired by a trip you took to Mexico.
で、さっきの取材で元倉さんがメキシコに行った旅のきっかけがあって、メキシコの国を作りたいというコメントがありましたけど。
はい。そうですね。すごいいろんな魅力的なところであったり、マリオのアクションに活かせそうなところがたくさんありましたので。ぜひ作りたいと思いました。
Yeah, there were just so many like different, wonderful and charming places there, and so many places that seemed like they'd be great opportunities for Mario-type actions to be used.
Oh, and we're slippery here. I don't have to worry about that because I don't have feet, but Mario's definitely got a problem.
One of the things I find fascinating about this game is that when I'm playing in this area, I wish for there were Goombas because Goomba's feet don't slip, and so here I am wishing for an enemy to use as a power-up.
Oh, careful. All right, so we took a little look up above us earlier, and there's some goodies pretty high. Oh, careful. There we go. Nice. Let's see here. Come back from jumping. And what's nice as well, since both of us have camera control, if one of us is doing a particularly complicated either a series of jumps, or in Cappy's case, maybe trying to collect something really fast, if your partner is feeling generous, they can actually adjust the camera for you, so you don't even have to worry about that, and they'll just get a good angle for you to see. But teamwork's certainly important. You don't want to be fighting over the camera.
No.
Almost. But here, this angle looks good, so I'm not going to mess with it.
Nice.
Almost. Nice. So if we take a look over here,
oh, look at all those.
That is
sweet coinage. Definitely want to try and get over there.
Okay, so I'm going to get myself in position here. Let me know if I need to adjust, though.
Maybe just a little further?
That's
good, that's good.
That looks really far.
Good luck.
Yes!
Teamwork. These stacks of coins are really satisfying.
Yeah.
We can die a whole bunch now and not worry about it.
Now, for the record, that would be possible in single player, but it's much easier in two-player with a cooperative friend.
Definitely harder. All right, so there we're.
Look ahead. ですかね、森のステージに行きましょうか。
So, should we head to the wooded stage, maybe?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Let's swap systems. What came into bringing things like that into a Mario game?
深い森には恐竜もいると思いますが、なんで恐竜をマリオのゲームに入れたいと思ったんでしょうか。
今回のゲームのテーマが驚きなので、スーパーマリオワールドの恐竜ランドとはちょっと違ったデザインというのにチャレンジしています。
So, you know, the theme of this game is obviously surprises. So, you know, previously in Super Mario World, we had, you know, Dino Island, Dino Land. But we wanted to try for this game, you know, kind of a different design of dinosaur, something we hadn't seen in a Mario game before.
きっとこのなんかこう地球上にもまだこう恐竜が住んでいるところとか、まだ僕らが見たことないようなところっていうのがまだまだ残ってるんじゃないかなと思います。
And, you know, I think, you know, maybe there are places on Earth where dinosaurs still exist, and maybe we just haven't found them yet.
I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed because if it's a dinosaur, after playing this game, I want to put a hat on it and then take it for a little ride. We can be friends.
Now, I've been curious for months about the sky here. Can you tell me about why we have it's huge sort of sci-fi looking sky? Are those real mountains on the other side of it? Where are we? And what's going on here?
空の方ちょっとなんか怪しいですけど、なんかサイファイっぽいドームのような形になっていますが、どうでしょうか。
はい。ここの国は巨大な温室で覆われています。こう結婚式で使う花っていうのを、育てているところなんです。
So this kingdom here, this land here is actually basically a giant greenhouse, and it's where the flowers that will ultimately be used in the wedding ceremony are being raised.
で細かくはお伝えできないんですけれども、いろんな国にまだそういった結婚式で使うものっていうものが関係するものが出てきます。
And I can't go into too many details, but basically every kingdom will have something within it that will be related to the wedding and some connection to that.
At least I guess it's nice that Bowser's pulling out all the stops, sparing no expense. So I'm going to hop up this way. And one thing that we haven't really shown, I mean, I think we've shown a little bit in some of our earlier demos, but swimming we haven't really shown in too much detail. And there's a spot here where I can take a nice swim, but there's also another spot I want to visit, a different kind of environmental texture that I'm very excited about. I want to roll down, but I'm scared.
Don't fall.
There we go. See, Daredevil's fun sometimes. Just see if you can do it. Come here, buddy. I got to get my favorite again. Oh, no, come here, bud. Yes.
You always hurt the ones you love.
Sorry, I think this is one of my favorite capture targets. I love the uproots. So I'm going to take care of Pearl's Girl. So we're actually going to head down this way. And I guess I want to keep this guy, but I also want to be safe, so I'm going to leave him here for now and head off to this little corner here. And we've got another little friend to meet.
Fire, bro. I love this fire.
Yeah, I know with the different environmental animations that you brought in and the different textures with a lot of very realistic fire and water, and just I think looking at the aesthetics overall of this series, can you tell us a little bit more about the kind of overall art direction concept that you guys had as you're working on this game?
また火のエフェクトも結構うまくできてると思いますし、水もちょっと気になってますので、まあ全体的にアートスタイルについて何かコメントいただけますか。
はい。今回はキノコ王国っていうのを飛び出してマリオがいろんな国を冒険しますので、自分たちが実際外国に行った時に感じるなんていうんですかね、ドキドキする違和感というものを表現しようとしています。
So, you know, since this is a game about Mario going on a big adventure and leaving the Mushroom Kingdom, we wanted to basically create a world that would bring out the same kind of emotions that, you know, you normally have when you visit a foreign land, that kind of feeling of, you know, things being kind of different, but it's very, very exciting.
アートディレクターと日々相談しながら、どれぐらいのそのなんでしょう、アートの幅を持たせたら良いかとか、ゲーム全体でバランスを取ったらいいかということを話しています。
So, you know, there's been a lot of day-to-day discussion with the art director, like how far should we go? How different should it look from the Mushroom Kingdom? And like, we focused a lot on getting that balance right.
And the topic of looks, this guy looks fantastic. He really takes care of himself too. That shell is
so shiny.
So shiny. And I do love that these guys just have this cute little hop. They don't even walk.
Yeah.
They just bounce it on.
Well, which is true to the series. The Hammer brothers and cousins are always sort of hopping around.
It's not even just an act. They just do it because they love it. So I'm actually going to leave him here because I want to operate this switch, and much as it's fun throwing fireballs around, it's not really helping me in this case. So I'm going to leave him here with the switch here. And as we showed in an earlier segment, what I can actually do is grab my capture target back. He was just kind of sitting there recovering for a bit. So now that I've done what I need to do, I can hop my merry way this way. And this is actually a really nice high vantage point where we can take another look at where we were in our second segment.
And there's the brutal ship up there.
With all those
hovering menacingly.
piranha plants giving me problems. But there's a little ridge over here, and for this I'm going to want to grab that uproot. Hi, buddy, I didn't forget you. Oh, I'm back with my uproot family here. So we're going to do a little bit of careful platforming here. And this is definitely another case where you need the right capture target to complete a little puzzle. And yeah, he's up there. Got another one. Plant some fire, don't mix. No, leave me alone. Please leave me alone. So,
did you bring an uproot to a Fire Brothers fight?
I did, but that's okay. He's a little boss and he's going to make it work. Here we go. So one thing I think that's really fascinating about this game, coming back to the kind of sandbox style that we had in 64 and Sunshine, is you guys had to create these really big, complex spaces that were densely packed with content and make sure that it all found fun and nothing felt kind of extraneous. Could you tell us a little bit about the process of developing spaces like that so that they're really fun and they work?
またスーパーマリオ64やスーパーマリオサンシャインの箱庭スタイルに戻ってそういうゲームの要素は密度高く楽しくできるような空間を作らなきゃいけないと思うんですがどういうふうにそういうような空間を作るんでしょうか。
はい、そのなんだろう遊びっていうものを常々たくさん試作していてその遊びを、並べてステージっていうのを作るそれを作ったものを遊んで 面白いものをまた載せていくっていうのが基本になっています。
So kind of the basic way we do it is we create lots of different prototypes of different like gameplay ideas. You know, we put them in a stage. You know, we play through it to find which is fun, and then you know we just kind of go from there, building on the ones that seem fun.
でここの国の特徴はその作っていく中で予想外の場所であるとか想定していなかったような通路とかができたので それをなるべく生かすような、形にしています。
And so, you know, one thing with this kingdom is we ended up creating a lot of different, you know, pathways and different ways you could go that were in pretty unexpected places. And so we tried to emphasize that with everything we did when creating this stage.
And on the subject of other pathways, in case anybody missed our second segment, just want to hop into these binoculars again to give a look at how much is here that we haven't seen. And really, it's hard to truly emphasize how much what we're showing here at E3 and on Treehouse Live is only a small portion, even within these kingdoms, of how much there is to do. And right now, I'm seeing some other spaces. I'm really only seeing a corner of the other spaces here. There's a lot more to get up to in this kingdom, but nothing I'm allowed to show right now. There's only one more thing that I can bounce over to in this space, and that is taking a look at some of the water. So, I'm gonna head down this way, get a couple more coins, and this little pond. Get them all! There we go.
And can you catch some of the fish on the screen?
Yeah, I see those guys. So
I love there's realistic fish here in a world that also has sheeps and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like this might have been really confusing for Mario when he saw these things. Like, you're not red, you're not shaped like beach balls.
Do you even have eyes?
But I know the first time I came in here and was just swimming around and following this school of fish, I was so distracted by the space that I almost let Mario drown. I wonder, can you tell us a little bit more about the design work that went into things here, like, say, the water effects in the game?
このような綺麗な水を作るにはどういうような考え方だったんでしょうか。
はい。いつもこうそのプレイヤーがプレイヤーの性能というのにこだわって作っています。
So, you know, the main thing we focus on is the ability of the player when we're creating different environmental elements.
今回はそのプレイヤーが取り巻く環境、砂のところでちょっと汚れたりであるとか、毒に触ると汚れたりとか、プレイヤーの周りのものに対してもこだわって作っています。
And we wanted to make sure that there's also, you know, the things in the environment will affect the player, like the sand in the Sand Kingdom can get on Mario, and then obviously in the water he can get wet.
水もマリオが気持ちよく動いてそこに反応するっていうすごいいい例だと思います。
And I think especially the responsiveness you can feel from the water as you swim from it is a very good example of creating that very kind of intuitive interaction between the player and the environment.
毎日良くなってるので多分今日も良くなってると思います。
And I think that's actually something that gets a bit better every day. It's probably even better than it was yesterday in the game.
Yeah, it's really impressed me watching as new builds come in from you guys, just how much love is really going into all the little details of this game and really bringing the environments to life. So I think I hope folks are really excited to see them when you guys have finished all the development work.
Absolutely.
All right, now I'm going to actually hop into this warp pipe that's been teasing us over here. And this space as well, it's really interesting because it's partly swimming, it's a side-scrolling with the fuzzies and...
Oh, those fuzzies.
Also my oxygen level.
Yeah.
But it's almost like there's a little bit of a curve to the water on the front edge. All right. There we go. Just gonna stay here. I do love too the kind of water effect on Mario's outfit after he's gotten into the water. Okay.
Yeah, so slick.
Let's get these guys. Okay, Fuzzies, I need you to go. Wait for the next cycle. Okay.
Go, 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 go.
Up, 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 up. There we go. Okay. Okay, I need you guys to go. Oh, I missed it. All right. Oh, I'm hurt. Okay.
No!
No, it's a little too high. All right, let's give that another go. All right. Good there. Don't want those coins though. Oh.
Well, since this is our last Mario Odyssey segment for Treehouse Live this year, I'd like to just ask if Motokoda-san or Koizumi-san, if you had any final comments for our viewers while Sam is playing through this segment. Any last words?
これで E3 の最後のトリハウスライブのオディシーのセグメントになりますが、何か最後に小泉さん、本倉さんから何かコメントありますでしょうか。
本倉さん。
はい、じゃあ僕から。
Here we go.
All right, I'll start.
今回お見せできたものっていうのはすごいごく一部なんですけれども、まだまだ驚きというものがたくさんありますので、今作の帽子を投げて敵や物を操っていろんなところを探索、地球を冒険探索していただければなと思います。
I want to say that what we've been able to show you this time is just it's a very small portion of the game, and there's so many more surprises waiting for you, so many more places you'll be able to go and explore, so many more things you'll be able to throw your head at and control. So I hope people really enjoy that when it comes out.
Nice, well done, Sam.
All right.
はい、
Get out of here.
E3 の3日間で一番実はお伝えしたかったのはこれだったんですけども、任天堂スイッチのいつでもどこでも誰とでもの3つが揃ってる新しい新作マリオですので、驚きを探した新しいマリオの旅に皆さん楽しみにしてください。
So what I've really been trying to get across these 3 days at E3 here is that Super Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch is a game that you can play anytime, anywhere, with anyone. And I hope everyone enjoys looking for all of the discovery and surprise that the game has to offer.
Thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you. It really has.
Just gonna hang out with my little buddy here.
All right.
And relax.
And that's where
I just love this game. I'm so excited for it. It's really beautiful. And I love the fact that you have this nicely designed world. There's so much to explore, as we can see right now. Nice. Okay, Peronza Plaza it is. So, as we can already hear the music right now, so what was this kingdom's inspiration?
音楽、ごめんなさいかね、わかると思うんですけども、イタリアという方はヨーロッパをイメージしています。
Well, you can probably tell from this music, but the kingdom was partly inspired by Italy and other European countries.
ヨーロッパには素晴らしい食の文化がありますので、料理をイメージした王国を作るにはやっぱりヨーロッパのテイストが一番合うと思いました。
Europe has a really rich variety of food cultures and cuisines, so when we were thinking of making a food-themed kingdom, it seemed like a natural choice to give it a European flavor.
この国はマリオオデッセイの中でも特徴的なアートになっています。
I also think this kingdom has quite a unique art style within the game.
ニュードンクシティのような私たちの世界に近いような国もあれば、この国のようなデフォルメされたアートの国もあるんです。
So some kingdoms in Super Mario Odyssey look quite similar to our own world. An example of this would be New Donk City. But some of them, like this one, have a more surreal or cartoon-like vibe to them.
Yeah, definitely. And as we can see, these forks right now, why do they look so unhappy?
火山の上にですね、大きな鍋があるんですけれども、それをさらに大きな鳥が取ってるんです。
Well, there's a big cooking pot at the top of the volcano, as you can see. This pot belongs to those fork guys, but also, as you can see, this big bird has come down and he's kind of taken over the pot.
鍋の中が気になりますよね。
I bet you're wondering what's inside the pot.
Absolutely, I'm a foodie.
この中身はですね、祝福のシチューと呼ばれているこの国の名物料理です。
So it's this kingdom's most famous dish called Stupendous Stew.
これをクッパが狙ってるんです。
But Bowser's also got his eye on the stew.
This damn Bowser. So can you tell us a little bit more about the crazy cap shop as we are seeing him right now?
はい、クレイジーキャップはニュードンクシティに本店がある帽子屋さんです。
So Crazy Cap is a hat store which has its headquarters in New Donk City.
コインや、それぞれの国にある紫色のローカルコインを使って買い物することができます。
So you can buy things there using the regular coins that you will collect throughout the game, but you can also buy things using the purple regional coins that are found in each kingdom.
お店に帽子以外にも服が売ってたり、お土産物が売ってたり、冒険に役に立つアイテムも売ってたりします。
And in addition to hats, you can also buy clothes, souvenirs, and a variety of other items that will help Mario on his journey.
そのお店でしか売ってないものもありますので、お店見かけたらぜひ立ち寄ってみてください。
There are also some items that can only be bought in one particular branch of the store. So if you see a Crazy Cap store, you should always make sure to visit it.
マリオがシェフの格好をしましたね。じゃあシェフらしく美味しい料理作ってみてくださいね。
So Mario's changed into chef's clothing now. Let's see if he can get stuck in and help with some cooking.
This stew looks so delicious.
Oh.
Well done. So now that we see this pink stuff, what is it actually? It looks so delicious. Can we jump into it?
美味しそうに見えるんですけど、とても熱い溶岩なんで気をつけてください。
Well, it might look delicious, but actually it's lava, and it's very, very hot, so you have to be careful around it.
So, question is, how do we get across?
そうですね、そこにいるそのオレンジ色のバブルに、ぴょんぴょんと跳ねてるバブルにキャッピーを投げてみてください。
So you can see this orange lava bubble here. Try throwing Cappy at it.
キャプチャーできましたね。これで熱い溶岩の中をスイスイと移動できるようになりました。
So Mario's now captured the lava bubble, and he can swim freely through the lava.
よかった。はい、ちょっとジョイコンを振ってみてください。早く移動できます。
Try shaking the Joy-Con. It lets you move more quickly.
実はこれだけ自由に溶岩の上を動けるのはマリオシリーズでも初めてなんですよ。
And this is actually the first time ever in a Mario game that you've been able to travel so freely through hot lava.
ハンマーブロスですね。
And we've got some Hammer Brothers here.
このハンマーブロスのハンマーじゃなくてフライパン投げてますね。
These Hammer Brothers aren't actually throwing hammers, they're throwing frying pans.
さっきタイトルでチーズ岩の下にってありましたが、この黄色いのがチーズ岩です。
And you might have noticed earlier that the title of this gameplay section was Under the Cheese Rocks. Well, here we have the yellow cheese rocks.
硬いのでこれどんどんとフライパン投げて壊してくる。
but you can't actually eat this cheese. You have to use the frying pans to break it apart.
Go, 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 go. Oh. Go, 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 go. Oh, go, 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 go.
Oh, just a little bit
ああ、
more.
出た。はい、出ました。はい。はい、パワームーン取れるようになりましたね。
So we've found a power moon, and now Felipe can go and grab it.
こんな感じで他にもこの王国には他にもパワームーンがありますので、いろいろ探してみてください。
But just like this, there are lots of power moons dotted around the kingdom, so you really need to try hard to find them all.
例えば火山の上に、大きな鳥が居座ってましたよね。見えますか？
And for example, you might remember that big bird we saw at the top of the volcano. That's a place you might want to check out.
Come on.
The switch and get the power moon to basically bring the story of the Luncheon Kingdom a bit forward. But what I wanted to show is something, as I said, a bit more in depth. First of all, here we have our first Volbonan, these 4 characters that I can capture, and I can basically use my left stick to flick. Those above, those purple tomatoes that I just got, are regional coins.
Yeah, and basically every kingdom that Mario travels to has regional coins. And these regional coins all have a different shape. So here they are tomato shaped to reflect the food nature of the Luncheon Kingdom. But in other kingdoms, for instance, in the Sand Kingdom, they are an inverted pyramid. And in the Metro Kingdom, they are sort of a $quarter with a Pauline on it. So, oh, well, that was a nice flight, actually.
Yeah, so I wanted also to show some more advanced moves for Cappy. So first of all, Cappy can automatically target points of interest. If I throw the hat like this and then I shake, he will, for example, he will automatically go on the stalks of these vegetables, for example. I always need to kick that bean into that pot when I can.
It's so tempting.
Because the point, yes, the point here is that that's the best football you ever seen me play. That's
and
the
he's
point.
Italian, right?
Yeah, but very bad at football. So the point of this kingdom is that we have to help the Volbonans, and they're all about cooking, no? So of course throwing a bean into the pot will help me, will get me some coins.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to this guy, who tells us this is a place where chefs come dressed to cook, and well, no matter how you slice it, we're not.
So, can you just talk to him again? just have a look at the outer prongs of the fork.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, the prongs are his arms, sort of. Yeah, they're really beautifully animated. So it will play a role soon. I wanted to just show you a bit more of what I can do with Cappy first. And actually, if I change again into the chef's outfit.
Oh, before you go so far, let's just recap what is going on here.
Yeah.
So we went into the Crazy Cap store, and every kingdom has a Crazy Cap store with on the left side a golden side where you can spend the golden coins. Golden coins can be found in every kingdom and can be spent in every kingdom. And on the right side you have the purple side for the regional coins, which, as we said before, every kingdom has its own regional coins, and they can only be spent in that particular kingdom. So it really gives you an incentive to explore every nook and cranny of that kingdom.
Yes.
To try and get all the regional coins.
Yeah.
So these costumes that Mario is wearing, like for example the chef's outfit that we showed before, they are mostly cosmetic, but there is usually always one room like this one, where if we talk to the guy again, now I am dressed as a chef. So
nice.
He opens the door, and so you see that there is at least usually one costume that has a specific function in each kingdom. This is a bonus area, like a small room where we have to solve again an issue of these Volbonuses. They look quite cute.
They look very troubled, though.
Yeah.
So what's the point here? What's the problem of this Volbonan here? He has a pot on a good simmer, but it's not hot enough. And as this guy says, nothing works.
Yeah, then a so-so simmer.
Exactly. So here we have again a lava bubble like the one we used before, and we have a pot that needs to be heated. So if I capture the lava bubble, I just just want to...
He always looks so happy.
Yes, it's like the happiest lava bubble. And
well, it's also the most friendly lava bubble, because normally they really hurt.
So what I can do here, I can heat up the pot. And there you go, I have one new Power Moon.
All right.
There are really Power Moon hidden everywhere.
Yeah, one thing that is nice is that because the Power Moons are hidden everywhere, it really gives you a very big incentive to keep exploring. And this again ties into this travel theme of traveling to places that you've never visited before that really make you feel like, oh, what can I find here? And usually when you interact with the environment, something will happen. It will always give you some kind of reward, some kind of reaction.
Yeah.
And it really, we should invite people to really try and throw Cappy towards everything to try and interact.
So one of the reasons why I particularly like this lava bubble and the mechanic on the lava is because it reverses the way you're used to read a Mario game. So, you know, normally lava, we've been trained, you know, like Pavlov's dog, to don't touch lava in a Mario game.
Never.
You will lose instantly.
Yeah.
And here, because we are a lava bubble, we can only travel through lava. So
or scorching hot tomatoes.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, those tomatoes are really, really hot. It's probably very hot salsa. And if I jump on them, I create a lava puddle that allows me to traverse. So, as I said, you really reverse the way you play a Mario level. You can only swim in lava like this. And we can complete this section by heating up the next spot.
I mean, I already said to Mr. Koizumi, this pink lava looks so delicious, right? And it's like you said before, it reverses your thinking. So you always have to keep in mind, oh, lava is not bad anymore.
Yes, and if you are a lava bubble, the floor is lava, quite literally, because as soon as I touch the ground, there you go, I go back into normal Mario.
Yeah, it's just amazing how it completely throws your perspective upside down. Suddenly, what's safe is dangerous, what's dangerous is safe.
Yes, so as we were saying before, there are Power Moons hidden everywhere, and I can use my hat, Cappy, to break these rocks by holding it in place, by breaking these crates, sorry. And maybe if I break enough crates...
Yes. We were able to see some small sparkles.
Yes, exactly. There is a tiny hint of that. So let me try to get to that one.
Look at all these vegetables. Pumpkins, eggplants, tomatoes.
Turnips, carrots.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Capsicum.
Actually, we were just saying before the segment that we are all really hungry, so this doesn't happen. So I flick the Volbonen, and this guy was pre-guarding this Power Moon, so he's obviously not slack enough.
Nah. Tough job.
But before I get the moon, maybe I can show you some more of my non-existent football skills.
You can do it.
Here goes Italia.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. So, and there you go, the coins. So another hidden Power Moon. Let me see if I can
it's just so playful,
find
right?
some more.
It's just, you keep traveling, you keep jumping around, and you find all these secrets just by trying.
Yeah,
and that's really, the game just really invites you to.
But we've already said that
creative.
There's so many Power Moons, much more than what you need to power up the, Odyssey to get to the next kingdom. Each kingdom has tons of hidden Power Moons. So before we got a white turnip that got us some coins.
Yes.
Now I'll get a golden turnip. And
even better stew, I guess.
Yes, of course. Gold is great in food, of course, as everybody knows. So, another moon, Power Moon, and as you can see, golden turnip recipe 1. So, you know, who knows? You can make what you will from that. Actually, let me show you again what you can get by exploring. Oops. So let me try
tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Okay, I can always... Well, there's no jump that's too tall for Mario.
Yeah, especially if Mario combines his jumps by using Cappy.
Yeah.
He can really expand his arsenal of jumps a lot.
So, Cappy can also be used, as you saw me before, as a platform for jumping, but I can also use it to extend my jump. So, for example, I need to do this in every jump here to climb these pillars. And
Well, there are other ways to do it, but this is, for instance, a way that really helps less experienced players to make the jumps when they have troubles seeing the distance.
You can also change direction while you're jumping if you throw your hat, so if you made a mistake, you can correct it on the course. So, I think Mario is trying to tell us something. Both of my Joy-Con are vibrating at the moment, and you can see the stream of light, so...
Nice.
Just keep staying still for a second, because you can also see that he's really warm, and his cheeks are blushing.
Yes, it's because of the lava. The temperature here in the Luncheon Kingdom is really high.
Do you think it's higher than in the red cube?
Well, let's see the next couple of live streams how it's gonna be. So again, we go over this bridge and capture one of the lava bubbles, and after collecting all these coins, again, always look everywhere, because you might see something.
I see the shadows.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the hint. So we get these original coins. Actually,
Joy-Con. I love this.
Yeah, I'll show you something else. Look at that.
Oh.
I cannot go there yet, but maybe somewhere there's some other way to reach it. So yeah, let me. Okay, let me try to get this. So these pillars go up and down, and they are what I need to get to the next section. And I just wanted to show you here that we have a bit more space. So this is the lava bubble walking normally, and this is when you run. You see? And Mario puts his nose in it just because he needs to get somewhere. So let me try.
It's actually quite impressive that he's able to keep his mustache in the.
Yes, actually, it gives mustache to everything it touches.
It's true. Ooh,
nice.
Well done.
So there's always ways, alternative ways, different ways to reach something. Here's a more hard cheese. You know, we might be able to break it and find something.
Yeah, so Filippo, what is the story behind the hard cheese?
Yeah.
So the story behind the hard cheese actually is that... oh, this is salt, by the way. You see?
Yeah, clearly.
Clearly. The story behind the hard cheese is that the temperature in the Luncheon Kingdom is so hot that it dries up all the moisture from the cheese, and so it becomes hard as a rock. Okay. Which, as a Dutchman, you can confirm that's totally how cheese behaves, right?
This is absolutely a story I can corroborate.
Like you do it in the Netherlands as well, right?
Exactly. It's a very traditional way of doing it.
Yeah.
So let me... you can press the Y button, as you can read in the text below, to throw pens, and you throw them, well, at the speed that you press, but there are always additional moves that you can make if you shake the Joy-Con. So if I shake the Joy-Con, I throw them further away, and
I think
in a larger
also,
pattern.
Yeah, I think you throw a few more.
Yes, well, it's a bit easier.
And I absolutely love how he moves around when he's a frying pan brother. Look at that, if he's moving around.
Well, what you also mentioned before is that in a Hammer Bros shape, your movement pattern is just very unpredictable.
Yes, actually, you know how in classic Mario games, the Hammer Brothers are very unpredictable type of enemies. Even when you are controlling a Hammer Brother, you see, it's bunny, it's bunny hopping around, and even the jump is very different. It takes a bit to get used to. And when you're throwing frying pans as well, if you notice, if I position the camera behind the Hammer Brother, the pattern is a bit randomized, basically.
I like that.
I think it would be too strong otherwise, you know, like these are the toughest frying pans that ever existed, probably. So now, again, we unlock this switch, and with Cappy, we open up this cage in which the Power Moon was held. So, actually, if I can, before getting I want to try to get the Power Moon as a Hammer Brother. Bye-bye. They're not really brotherly, I guess.
Oh, does the Hammer Brother have a final message?
What? I guess it was. Okay, so let's get the Power Moon.
And with
that, you see you automatically pop out of any capture that you have.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, I can certainly throw him, so if I swing my arms up, With the motion controls, I get a nice forward throw. If I swing them down, I actually get a nice forward roll.
That's pretty
But
cool.
when I toss him, it's really tossing on a level plane, so I need to be very careful of where I am in relation to where I'm throwing him to make sure that I'm actually making contact with what I'm going to make contact with. So, let's sneak over here. Don't want to leave any question blocks unsmashed. Yeah, music here is really kind of nice and jazzy.
I gotta say, I really like this girder environment. It's bringing me back to the DK stages, and
Totally,
I
yeah.
absolutely love DK. So this is very nostalgic for me.
And I love the color contrast with, you know, you've got the red metal and the green plants and everything. It's both a texture and a color contrast. It really looks fantastic.
Yeah. And you can tell this has been here a while because it has this growth on it.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on here with what looks like maybe steam coming out of those pipes as well. And I guess being the steam gardens, they are maybe using that in some way. Hi!
Yeah, oh, hello.
Yay! I'm just so happy. So good. Okay, enough of that. I swear, the first time I captured one of these guys, I just ran around giggling like an idiot for
Yeah,
a
Sam,
good
I've
5
been meaning to talk to you about your uproot problem.
It's you call it a problem, it's not a problem. It's a way of life. It's magic. And they make a cute little noise when they hit that top.
You guys are trying to one-up each other? Is that what's happening?
We're dancing. This is how they communicate, maybe. We're just kind of hanging out, but I don't want them to hurt me, so...
It's like how bees communicate the duplication of flowers.
Oh, buddy. So this is an interesting, almost really a side-scrolling section where I need to use my uproots abilities. It's worth clearing out some other stuff here, too, just to see what's maybe hidden away. Oh, hello.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Nice. Your fourth moon.
Ooh.
Yeah, and there's that little counter on the upper left to tell you how many moons you've gotten. And the first time you arrive in a kingdom, there's a number of moons you need in order to get to the next kingdom. And it'll show up as little outlines. This particular ROM, because it's for Treehouse Live only, it doesn't show that, because we're not trying to get to the next kingdom. But
No, we're
yeah,
going to show little bits and pieces here, but there's certainly a lot more going on in these kingdoms that we've got here.
Yeah.
And the beautiful reflection texture on these girders, too.
Oh,
Steam
right.
gardeners look after their place. They keep
They
it
really
very
do.
tidy.
They're hard workers.
All right, so I got some more coins there. And here, I'm actually going to pop this up to the top and try to
It's coming for you.
pop over this guy. Come here. Come on. Come over this way. There we go. I'll lure you away. And now
You going for your pacifist run, Sam?
There we go. I don't want to hurt these little guys. They're too precious. They just want to do their thing. Maybe have some sun and some fertilizer. All right, so we've got some coins up here. Certainly don't want to miss those. And we're getting very close to our objective, so this is the next spot.
And these little checkpoint flags mean you can warp there in the future, which is
I'll actually let my little buddy
super handy when you're going
rest here.
back later for completion goals and such.
So he's dizzy, and just looking back, so it's worth it, I think, as you're progressing through these kingdoms, every once in a while to stop and take a look backwards, because you're going to see some things that you maybe didn't notice, didn't realize were there. So there, for example, I've got some regional coins that I didn't hit on this run, but looking at them from this direction, I can see, oh, there's something there. There's some other interesting stuff going on in that corner, too, so it's certainly worthwhile, you know, backtracking and taking another look at spaces, and there's a whole bunch of stuff over here.
Sure,
that I did
especially
not
when
get
you're a
chance to hit.
completionist and you want to get every single moon and every single item that's the world has to offer.
Oh, yeah, and this game will keep a completionist busy for a good long while.
Yeah. There's so much stuff to find here. Oh, so here we go. That little Pronopon actually made the mistake of chomping onto that rock I threw over.
Oh.
But I will leave him to rest now. All right, I'm ready. Boom!
Nicely done.
I'm going to clear out some more of this because I want to make sure if there's any goodies under here, any hidden coins. I want to find these, and there we go. That cap spin is really handy in that spot.
Yeah.
That looks
And-
really good too when you execute it.
Yeah, the cap spin's a great move for clearing territory around you. If you've got a lot of enemies nearby, or maybe you have, like in this case, a lot of this toxic liquid nearby as well. It gives you a really good kind of circle of protection around you. And it can be actually helpful for some boss fights as well, just to give yourself a little bit of a perimeter of safety. Your turn, buddy. I'm sorry. You gotta go. And here,
oh, it's a big
we've
one.
got an impressive big piranha plant going on. And we take a look closer up here, I might actually see. Oh,
and there's the brutal
you're getting
ship.
close to them.
They're our friends.
The HMS Brutal.
Beautiful, beautiful wedding planners.
They live up to their name.
They're
pretty
brutal. They are brutal as well as being, bridal.
Oh, it's a hard job, and
Yeah.
it's a cutthroat business. Gotta make yourself stand out. Maybe being willing to take on all challenges and fight people is how they make their wedding planning furniture stand out.
If you have enemies intent on stopping your wedding, these are the folks to hire.
Yes, good to note. So there. Oh, the rock. It's not
All
tasty.
right.
I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, I know that didn't taste good at all.
Okay.
I want to get you, though. All right, almost there.
Sam, we're just about out of time here, Sam. Perfect timing.
Done.
Yeah, well done.
So that was the Wooded Kingdom, which is our Treehouse Live experience.